Good morning, it's Monday the 28th and it is just coming up to 11 o'clock. So it's only going to be a little bit of a short shift. I'm just going to nip out for a couple of hours. I've got lots of stuff to do, different appointments. You know, I need to take my son to football later on, need to go and get him from school, so it's yeah, I've just been really busy, but I thought I've got a couple of hours free, so I'll pop out for a little bit. Plus it's raining, been raining for the past couple of hours, so I thought that might help a little bit. So I will keep you updated shortly. I'll catch you then. So a quick little update time. It is 10 past 12, so I've done about an hour and 20 minutes. So the first job I actually cancelled. So basically, as soon as I went online, a job popped up. I don't remember it saying reservation, to be honest. And it was saying no, that's rubbish. It was saying it was 6 miles away and it was a 1 mile job and it was like £16. So I thought, well, that's not too bad. So I accepted that, started driving down towards there, and then I thought, why is it paying like so good? So I had a little look around, and the only thing you can click on is like the job info button, and it comes up. Bearing in mind it was like 5 to 11, so I would have arrived there for about 11 o'clock. So I click on it, it comes up saying you only need to be at this job at 20 to 12. So it wanted me to basically drive to the job and then sit there for 40 minutes. Now, I couldn't go and do any other jobs. It wasn't one of these reservations where it'll feed you jobs, apparently, on the way to this job. It just instantly wanted me to go straight to this job. And it was coming up because I remember when I accepted the job, it said something along the lines of, this includes like a £3.80 fee for the reservation. So I think basically they were giving me an extra £3.80 to basically sit there for 40 minutes. I thought, is that for real? So it would have took me like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes to get there and then 5 minutes to complete the job, but then wait 40 minutes. So it was like a 50-minute job for like 16 quid. And I thought, no, as if. So obviously cancelled it. And I thought, like, who are these people who do that type of job? Because it's obviously just then been assigned to somebody else, and somebody else would have drove straight there and went and sat outside the house for 40 minutes. It's unbelievable. So anyway, I didn't do that, and then that was in Tarleton, so obviously I was on my way to Tarleton anyway, so I cancelled that, and then I got another job, Tarleton to Southport, £14.54 for 9.9 miles, not the greatest, but because I just cancelled the other job, I thought, well, I'll do that anyway. And then as soon as I dropped them off, so I'm still in Southport, I've done a little £4.03 for 1.8 miles. Again, that's because they were pretty much at the drop off. I then done another £4.89 for 1.4 miles. I dropped them off, and then there was one round the corner, £3.73 for 1.4 miles. So it was getting worse because it was like, that was £1 cheaper than the job before that, and that was 1.4 miles. So yeah, that other one then that popped up was like £7 from just round the corner here into Ormskirk, and it's like, what's the mileage on that? You know, like normally like Friday, Saturday nights to Ormskirk you can get anywhere between like £15 and £20, depending on if it's an X or if it's an XL. Just curious how many miles it is from here now. 6.6 miles, and they were just round the corner. So basically they were offering £1 a mile, but it's like a 20-minute drive. So I'm thinking, well, yeah, I'm not going to waste 20 minutes plus all that mileage for 7 quid. Yeah, so I left it. Yeah, so currently I'm on £27.19, but I've done like an hour and 20 minutes, so it's just over the hour. So it's not too bad, considering. But yeah, some of the jobs are really shocking, as usual. And that, not the customer I've just dropped off, but the one before, they got they were on the way to work, and I'd shut the windows just before. And I hate it when they get in and you crack a window, because it's obvious that they smell, and it's a little bit rude, and you're thinking, well, they're only going to be in here for 2 minutes, I'll do that. She got in and she absolutely stunk of wet dog, absolutely reeked of it. And I was like, oh, you off out anyway? She went, oh, I'm just going to work. She works in a restaurant, and she's just on her way in now to do an 8-hour shift, stinking of wet dog. Well, luckily I've never been in there, and I said, oh, I've never been in this restaurant before, but wow, yeah, I give that one a wide berth, I think. So yeah, that's it. I'll see what happens in the next hour or so, but I need to be home just before 2 o'clock, so I need to be home in about 2 hours, and I need to go and locate a battery for the fob for my car. The one I had was flat, would you believe? And yeah, nightmare. Mrs. needs to use the car, and the battery's flat. So yeah, I need to go and find a shop now that sells these little ridiculous silver batteries, and I'll give you another update in a bit. So final update, and I have finished. So it's got to 1:15, and I came offline. So the last update was 12:15. And after I'd done that last little update, I basically drove 5 minutes round the corner. I had to go and pick up these little daft batteries, the remote. I still don't know what they are, 2032 little silver things. Went and picked them up. So I went offline for like 5 minutes while I went into the shop, came back out, went back online. I then drove basically round Southport for a bit, then back from Southport to Ormskirk, and then from Ormskirk back to my house. So an hour at least, or maybe just shy of an hour. And there was only one job request came through, which was when I was still in Southport, and it was an Ormskirk to Skelmersdale. So I think it was like an £8 job for 8 miles, and that was it. That's all that I was offered in the past hour. So obviously it didn't take it, and that was it. So that's the shortest shift in a while. I honestly mean to be staying out for longer. I'm just too busy to be doing it. So I started just before the 11, so it's basically like 2 hours, maybe 2 hours 15, and I got £27 for 19 for the 2 hours. So if it was over the 2 hours, that's like £13.60 an hour. But obviously I've done like the extra 20 minutes, so I don't know. I guess I'd call it £13 an hour, minus expenses. So yeah, bit rubbish really. Like I said, I just come out just to see what happens. I've been out in the past where I've done 2 hours, and I've had straight away one trip to Liverpool Airport, one pretty much back to my kind of area. And it was like £100. So you think you come out for 2 hours, it's £100, and I've come out for pretty much 2 hours today, £27. So it's just complete luck of the draw with Uber. You don't know what you're going to get. Obviously, the more hours you put in, the likelihood of you getting better jobs. But yeah, I just didn't have the time. I can't even come back on today because I've just got so much going on. Yeah, I'm not going to be free now until about 8:30 tonight, and I can't be bothered coming on it then, because I've done that in the past, especially around where I'm kind of based, and anywhere between 9 and 10 o'clock it just falls off a cliff, and there's absolutely nothing whatsoever. So yeah, I try not to work any time after those hours on a weekday. So yeah, it's going to basically be tomorrow now, Tuesday. So I'm pretty much free all day tomorrow. I'll do the school run, and then I'll stay out probably until about 6 o'clock. So it should be a decent day shift tomorrow. But yeah, today was just a little bit of a write-off to be honest. But I wasn't expecting a great deal with it being a short amount of time. But yeah, it was better than sitting there just doing nothing, watching telly or something on the couch. So yeah, that's it. So I'll catch you in tomorrow's video.